he basically told his mother, and I can't it was, the word I wish my wife was here, it's an expression that they say, but "You don't have to carry me anymore," and he said, "Mom, you don't have to carry me." We've done so many chairs, 20, 25 chairs a week, and, a lot of really powerful stories, but there was this little boy, I'm trying to think of his name, but his mother would have to carry him on his back, and, we put him in a chair, that he could self-propel. He had spina bifida, so he had good, upper body strength, but he just couldn't walk. So we put him in the chair, and he had never been in a wheelchair, and he's pushing himself. We can flip our armrest up and put camber in the wheels to make it easier. We can adjust the center of gravity on the chair to make it really easy for these children, even a 4-year old, to push themselves around. He's pushing himself all over the parking lot. Then when we're taking the pictures and giving some gifts and Bible storybook and a Bible, and we're there with the mom and want to pray with them, but we're at that moment. He's so excited, and he basically told his mother, and I can't it was, the word I wish my wife was here, it's an expression that they say, but "You don't have to carry me anymore," and he said, "Mom, you don't have to carry me." So, mom's crying, he's all excited, but that's a real recent story. Last week, we had a little girl come for a stander, and we had given her the wheelchair, some months before, and it's hard to recognize some of these kids. When you see thousands of kids, but the mother was carrying her to me, and she just wanted to hug me, but she could hardly use her arms, so she's hugging me, and then the mother says, "You remember her?" And then she's lifting her foot up, and all of a sudden I remember she was writing with her feet on the tray, was doing some coloring, and the way she would shake hands is she would lift up her foot, and then you would lift up your foot, and you would touch feet, and then,
Wow.
go up and down. But anyway, it, those are just a few recent stories, but I'm gonna tell you one more story that's about 3 months ago. Is this boy had, severe cerebral palsy, and he never got out of the house. He would, look very distorted, very, serious contractures and high tone, really bad scoliosis. And when everybody else left the waiting room, he stayed in there. He did not want to go out because he was so, people treated him like he was a leopard. So I went and just went out of my way to make friends with him. And he finally got comfortable enough to go from the waiting room. I think he had already managed to get to the evaluation room, and then we took him in where they were gonna set up the chair. And based on his measurements, they'd already had the chair the right size and everything for him. So my team got him fitted. You would never guess it was him because he was laying on his side, his legs were out this way and his arms were out that way. We got him in the wheelchair, and then he had come down with a community-based rehab program that had brought about, I think, 12 to 15 children on a bus. So we had all the kids lined up and, lined up in their wheelchairs with their parents behind them. And, I'm terrible with names, but it's on the Facebook page. But we had everybody there, and when we're, you know, kind of doing a final send off to everybody, I asked everybody, "Who's more handsome, him or me?" And everybody, with one accord, mentioned his name, and he got this big smile on his face because he's never been told how handsome he is. And during the distribution, we were kind of teasing him, and but just to see the breakthrough, to see a boy in a matter of this was probably an hour and a half time to go from being hidden, not wanting to be in public. Of course, all these people were from his village, so, they knew who he was. Now, he wasn't, he couldn't self-propel, but he probably weighed 100 pounds, and imagine a mother having to carry him and hold him in his lap all the time. These mothers, are just absolutely amazing, but, it's a God-given love that they have for their children no matter what their condition is.